Yo,
Hey.
can you hear the song?
Okay. Hold on. Yes.
Hey, look, real quick, let me see something. I think I hear what you have in the background playing too. Let me see what
I
I
know.
can.
I'm muting it so you won't hear it. I'm about to mute it now.
Okay, cool. So look, I'm gonna play the song one time while you have your mic muted, and then I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions about the song. But again, this is uh, and everybody that's tuning in, this is just a listening to a song that I've been working on. All right, so I'm gonna play it one time and get this great guy here to tell me what he feels about it or what he thinks about it. And yes, today's show is about adjectives, which happens to be one of the fourth parts of speech. Fourth part of speech. For for relating to Saturn. For being the first number of completion. In the vortex along with seven. And the reason I'm speaking over the track that I created is because in the future I will record lyrics on top of this song. But I hope I didn't interrupt the pattern. It doesn't matter. This is called Locrian mode. The seventh church mode. Also known as the devil's key. It's actually a lot of philosophy in this song. I can't let my lyrics leak just yet. I want to share them live, but I'm not going to share them live right now. I do have some lyrics for this. They say if you play this key to a soldier, then he will become invincible against his enemies. but they labeled it the devil's key because they say it makes the enemy weak. Makes the enemy weak. Which one are you, the enemy or the victor? I laugh because it's kind of funny. I'm sorry, that's actually the end of the song. So I want to ask my good friend here, Eric, or what's your name, sir?
You can call me OTA.
Eric. Yeah, I see the word Eric, so I'll just call you Eric.
Yeah, I prefer OTA, but Eric is fine.
Oh, Ho Chiang. All right, nice, nice. Ho Chiang. So,
Yeah,
brother.
I just like it.
Okay, okay, okay. Excellent. Um, I'm not. We're not gonna even get into it with the viewers right now. What that name means because I don't know what it means. But anyhow, Eric. So, what did you think about that song, though? I
I
mean,
thought it
oh,
was.
Ho Chiang, Ho Chiang.
I, I'm gonna tell you what my initial impression was, or it's reminiscent of going into one of those uh like novelty shops almost, where it's very one of those spiritual shops, or even like you ever been to get a massage?
You mean one of the Asian massages, or are you talking about an
Yeah.
American massage?
Have you ever gone to a spa? Yeah, Asian spa
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Some of it was reminiscent of that.
You know, in a way, this is that kind of is interesting that you brought that up because what I was doing in the middle of creating this song was actually learning Chinese.
You said what about it being Chinese?
Learning Chinese
Oh yeah, but
and trying to take in a strong understanding of what the Asian or the Chinese spiritual system is.
oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, it was a tone. I heard some of that in just the tone of it, and
I think that's why I chose that flute. I was trying my best because it's hard to duplicate Chinese style music using uh,
mm,
Western music theory, and that's what I use. I use Western music theory.
hmm it was
Okay,
interesting.
okay,
It
okay,
was
cool,
definitely
cool.
interesting. It was
So I'm looking for adjectives. I'm looking for adjectives to describe it, and that's the name of the show. Adjectives: The Power of Saturn.
okay, interesting. uh, I'm thinking of more adjectives.
So break it, cause
I guess
I'm kind of slow.
in,
So like, break it down to me so I can really get some good input on it.
intriguing. It made me curious to see where you're going to trying to go with that.
Okay, so look.
Um,
Okay,
hmm.
hmm, that was a nice what we would call adjectival phrase, and I think that I appreciate it, man. I want to know if like you ever have freestyled or rapped before.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was like, what? That just caught me off guard. I have out before, and I guess I would say I rapped. I'm not gonna say it was proficient though.
Is it true? Is the stereotype true that all black men can rap and
I don't think
freestyle?
that's true. I think I think I'm not gonna say that's true.
Do
Uh,
would you say that the stereotype of blacks or Africans, males or women, all have rhythm? They have a great sense of rhythm.
yes, the stereotype in terms to be consistent with the stereotype. Yes,
So that stereotype is true. Okay, okay.
I'm not
Well,
gonna say it's true. I'm saying that is a stereotype though. That people a belief that people have. X.
but you believe that it is inaccurate.
I do believe. I think most stereotypes are inaccurate. I think they're just based off what we see in popular culture.
Yeah,
Mm.
I can see how stereotypes. would be inaccurate, but I don't know. I don't know. I think that it might be some truth to this one, man. Um, you don't think that, like, what do you think of these new dances that are coming out, like the hit 'em,
Hit them folks.
the hit 'em folks, yeah, them hit them folks. The
Uh-huh.
um the I don't know the names of all of these dances, but what do you
Nay
think?
nay, whip the name and whip the nay nay. What do you mean? What I think about them?
Like, how do you feel about them? What do you think they mean? What do they mean?
Um,
What do
I
these
never really
dances
thought
mean?
about the meaning of the dances. I can't say I think a lot of them really are just recycling things that have been done before, updating them. Um,
The Millie Wop, the Millie Wop.
hmm The Millie Rock, I think, and that really just something that's very silly. It looks interesting when somebody can do it really good, but for the most part,
You
it's
say
really
you
silly
say that's a
looking.
Philadelphia thing?
No, no, I said it's very silly looking. It looks interesting when somebody can really when somebody can do it really well, but it depends on the person doing it, I guess.
You know what? I'm somewhat going to attend it, but I have to ask you this while I have you on the line. They say that how do you feel about this culture of memes that we live in?
It's very it makes life very interesting. I think memes are hilarious. I also think they kind of for people who aren't very critical in the things that they take in, like the media, like for people who watch the news and take it literally and things like that, they take it to heart. I think they do themselves a disservice, just like people who look at memes and believe they understand the fullness of something. Memes
Okay.
are hilarious, though. They are funny. It's just entertainment to me, just like the news primarily.
So tell me, hold up, I'm sorry. So
Oh, no problem.
tell me tell me if you believe that art imitates life, or that life is it that art imitates life, or is it that life imitates art?
Um,
Which one
hmm.
is it?
I don't know if that's just. I don't know if it's so black and white. Um,
So you think that life? Do you believe that life imitates art in any way?
I think so. And are we talking about more than just visual art?
Right. Yeah. All arts.
Are we talking about just the creations of somebody's imagination?
All arts. Like I said, the creation. You said the creation of what?
Someone's
Say that one more time.
the creation of someone of an individual's imagination.
The creation of someone. Okay. Yeah. That I would consider that art. The creation of someone's imagination. Yeah.
I think then I think some life does sometimes imitate that because I think you know what happens is even I think of even literature sometimes literature is reflective of real life, but then I think the opposite happens where someone imagines something, writes it, and then people like it so much so if you, that they begin to imitate, like Comic Con.
Right.
It becomes a culture is developed around art, and then I think art culture is created around art, and I think also art is created around cultures. It's almost like chicken and egg argument.
How so? Chicken and egg argument.
Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? That
Oh,
article
right. Right.
now.
Okay. So
Now
I see.
somebody
Okay.
might actually be able to answer that question, but I'm just in the layman.
Okay. I kind of see what you're saying.
Which came
So which
first?
one do you think
Was there
art
a
is?
god that just put a chicken on the planet, and then that chicken hatched an egg, or was there a god who put an egg on the planet, and did that egg become a chicken?
What tell me this then, for the metaphor, the analogy. Tell me, uh, is art the chicken or is art the egg?
I don't know. I mean, if you think of God as a painter, then I guess art would be the egg. But if you think of him as, you know, a father, then
I,
then he put the
I would
people
say that
first, and they've created art. I don't know.
I would say that I would say that the art would definitely have to be the egg, yeah. Uh,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh,
life,
in that example, yes. I'm sorry.
yeah, art would definitely have, you know, when you if you are trying to make a correct analogy,
Yes. Yes. I
art
guess
would,
I didn't fully understand your question. I thought you were asking me which came first.
well, well, that's what, and that's why I asked you how so, because I was like, that's not really what I'm asking, because chicken and the egg is a different argument. I'm asking which one was, I'm asking you, does life imitate art or does art imitate life? Which is, it's its own saying, and it's similar to the chicken and the egg maybe, but it's its own saying. These sayings are something, but but yeah, I don't know, but I guess I'm just trying to say metaphorically, if you believe that a song could change people's mind or change their disposition or change them, music can change people. If art can change people, and if so, let's make some art, man. Let's make some art. Let's make a lot of art and let's change people. But if so, we may have to have a deliberate way of doing it. And I believe that using the power of adjectives, we can we can make this effect. Power of adjectives. And adjectives is, and for all of those who've been following in or tuning in, I'm kind of taking a pattern of and I think yeah, Eric, I mean Ochieng actually dropped off. But anyhow, we'll just continue the show for right now. I should have just thanked him and told him, hey, have a good day. But hey, thanks, man. Have a good day. I'll see you a little bit later. Um, basically, what we have next is
Hello.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, okay, it's all right. I started to go into the different types of
All right, everybody
adjectives
have a helmet.
that there are.
Wear it, don't wear it, that'll give it to you. And hang
But I
nicely
don't know,
on the
man.
handlebars. To a big old so
Thank you. Hey,
Are you do you need to get out of here, or can you like can you talk about some other subjects for a moment while I pull up a certain document? Give me 1 second. Let's see. Let's see. Anyhow, I'm just gonna pull up this document, guys, real quick because I want to make sure I give you all of the correct information for adjectives. Okay, let's see. Okay, give me. Maybe I should be playing the music here now. All right, people. Adjective key. So here we go. Adjectives. Words that describe or modify nouns and pronouns. So an adjective is a word that changes things. So when you're dealing with a noun that you want to change, or say control, but I would say more so change, we use an adjective, a word that describes or modifies a noun or pronoun. Now that's associated astrologically with Saturn. That's why the name of this show is what it is. Because Saturn has the ability to change things. So it's important to understand these two particular types of words. Adjective. Word that describes and modifies nouns and pronouns. Saturn, astrologically. That would include Capricorns. That would include Aquarius. So the first type of adjective is known as the interrogative adjective. And so I can have a stab at it. An interrogative adjective is one that poses a question of some sort. So if I have a pair of shoes and I want to find out whose they are, I will use the interrogative adjective whose, which is WHOSE. So it initiates a question by requesting specification. Another form of it would be the word which. Which shoe goes on which foot? Or which would be an interrogative adjective. Which car do you want to take? What book are you reading? So it's how you use the word that makes it what it is. So you have to use your good senses to deduce what someone is trying to say. But when I say what, I can be using it as a noun or pronoun rather. What is that? Then what is a pronoun? I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. But here it says, what book are you reading? So it's modifying the book. This is different. It's not a pronoun here. Okay. What book are you reading? It's modifying the book. It's changing the book. But it's changing it by this interrogative adjective. What? It's very subtle. You can hardly notice interrogative um, adjectives. Pay close attention to them. Um, they're very subtle, yet it makes very important changes. What book are you reading versus whose book are you reading? Which book are you reading? What book are you reading? That means about the same thing. Anyhow, uh, so interrogative adjective is one that initiates a question, a requesting specification. There's not many of these because we don't use many words to pose questions. Some of you vulgar English speakers might know how to have a few interrogative adjectives. For instance, like, the hell book are you reading? Hell book are you reading? That's some really foul English, but like, TF book are you reading? TF book are you reading? Next type of adjective is the possessive adjective. The possessive adjective.
Machiavelli in it.
Possessive. Possessive adjectives. So these adjectives are the type that when you see them, you know that they indicate that there's someone who owns it. It indicates ownership. It indicates possession, having. Okay. So again here, well, I didn't mention how Saturn has the attribute of posing questions. That's what you would expect a master or lord to do. Uh, and also, master or lord would also own, possess. A lot of people might wonder why you can possess something. You say Llewellyn's channel. That's my name plus an apostrophe S. That S stands for what? It actually stands for Saturn because it's not a plural S. Plural S doesn't stand for Saturn. The apostrophe S does because it's possession. But then it's actually an adjective. Um, so an example would be his. That's a common one. It's a pronoun initially, but it's used as an adjective. His. I think we covered this already, though, to some extent, as far as the object form, the subject or object form. His. Julian. Julianne. Sympathetic to her idea. Her idea. Right. To her idea. Her. No one was sympathetic to Julianne's idea. Julianne's. That would also be an example of a possessive. Julianne's. Actually, her name isn't Julianne. It's Julianne. An indefinite adjective. So far we have two different times. Just the third type, the indefinite type. I would say any or some or few would be examples of indefinite adjectives. Indefinite. Refers to unspecified quantity. Like pronouns of the same sort, but they are used in relation to particular nouns. Most people would rather have a few close friends than many shallow acquaintances. Indefinite. Most, many. This is being very aggressive. These indefinite adjectives are very aggressive. You see, they're already inquisitive, possessive, and indefinite. Meaning we don't even really know when these things are going to stop or end. As far as we know, they're gonna just keep going. No limit. Demonstrative adjectives. Adjectives like the word this, these, or those. Demonstrative points out things, demonstrates. Uh, an example of a particular noun. This is a very important adjective because this is how you actually point something out to someone. This, that, these, and those. It is similar to the pronouns of the same sort. So they indicate particular nouns rather than replace them. This chair is sturdier than that chair. It could also be stated this if we were going to use the demonstrative pronouns. We'd say this is sturdier than that. So adjectives have degrees. And a positive degree is one that, well, the degree is something that modifies a single object. A positive degree would be simply happy. Third degree would be happier. implies a comparison between two objects. Relative degree, yes, implies comparison between three or more objects. These are degrees of adjectives. Wow. And this applies to those particular adjectives that have degrees. Not all of them do. For instance, the demonstrative uh, pronouns do not have degrees. Neither do the indefinite pronouns. Even though you could use the word more here. And actually, yeah, you could as a unspecified quantity, as far as indefinite adjectives go, you can create comparative. There are degrees you can use with the indefinites, but the degrees make it more or less definite. If that makes any sense. They have present participles. There's adjectives known as participles. These are these are adjectives that are formed from a present participle of a verb. Um, okay. The running man was slower than the galloping horse. The talking man is more powerful than the silent or the murmuring man. Okay. Past participle. Grown men. Grown is an adjective. It's in the past participle. Grown. I believe that's it. Yeah. I'll see you guys later on, man. You've got your adjectives. I linked it to Saturn. I'll let you hear this little song of mine I created. And moving forward, man. Purple power. See you guys in a little bit.